Okay, this is gonna be a little different video than usual. Story time, haha, okay. Never mind. But, I, yeah, I have been posting, I know that. I'm sorry, but I've been on vacation this entire time, so sorry, I guess. But it's hard for me when school's about to start. Yeah, I have to do stuff. You know, you have to do stuff too. You have to go shopping and everything. You know, it's hard. You know that because like I haven't had the time and I've been on vacation for a while. And I'm about to go on vacation again. And I know it's like it's weird because like school's about to start for me and I'm gonna go on vacation again. But it's you know my family's kind of weird, but we go on a lot of vacations. Um, yeah, but sorry, I'm just gonna say that I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna story time now. I'm gonna do some story time. Yeah, well, I'll just play. Well, I'm just gonna play Phantom Force as well. I tell a story. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, I'm doing it. Suck it up. Okay, so whoa, what the? In the world? Okay, well, okay. One time, well, I live in the land of 10,000 lakes, and I'm guessing you know what. Okay, I'm guessing you know what that is, but I live there, and yeah, we live right next to a lake. Cause like, there's 10,000 lakes. You live right next to a lake. It's very common to live next to a lake, and I'm guessing like everyone can just like take a drive like 10 minutes and go to a lake. So we went to a lake and with my friends, and sadly, very sadly, he brought his little sisters. And yeah, I'm not gonna talk about how annoying they are. They are just annoying. I'm just gonna say that. Not the little one. The 5-year-old's fine. But oh my god, the 7-year-old? Whoa. Not gonna lie, that one is yikes. And I'm just gonna introduce you to the characters. Anson, he was my friend. Hattie is the 7-year-old, the annoying one. Okay. And Willa is the 5-year-old. I'm pretty sure she's 5. She might be like, she might be, she might be 4, but I'm pretty sure she's 5. And so we went to the lake with them, and my friend brought his mom, because, like, you know, my mom and his mom need mom time. I just said mom like 5 times. I just said mom again. Oh my god, I'm gonna stop saying mom. So, yeah, we went to the lake, and that was fun, but while we were there, me and Nancy were out in the water, and I see Hattie, and she was talking to some other kids, and I'm like, oh, cool. I don't really care, but cool. She's talking to kids, to other kids. They were not her age, though. They looked like, there was an older one that I guess, like, was 13, maybe, and a younger one that was probably my age. And, yeah. So, sorry, I just went silent, but so yeah, she was talking to them, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'm gonna go munch on some snacks. And so I go out onto the beach, and I walk to our blanket, and I get out a bag of Doritos, and I start munching on those. And I see that Anson has started talking to the kids, and I'm like, oh, cool, cool. So I get back out, and I'm like, I get back out, and I start talking to the kids. Not very much, because, like, it's kind of hard to introduce yourself. Well, yeah, I started talking to the kids, and yeah, and then cool, and yeah, I started talking to the kids, and then me and Anson went out to just go play around some more. Um, and stopped talking to the kids because, like, yeah. So then I talked to the kids and started talking to the kids and sorry. I stopped talking to the kids, and then we went out and played some more, and then things started getting crazy, and I heard Hattie like encouraging them to insult Anson. So I'm like, well, okay, Anson, come here, let's just go, because I'm hearing Hattie like, I'm hearing them insult you, because like they were just like mean, and they were taking it Hattie's influence. So like, okay, I'm gonna insult this random kid that I don't even know. So yeah, and so I'm just like, come on, Anson, let's go to the other side of the beach so we don't get annoyed by these brats and by these bratties. Oh, and so we went on to the other side of the lake, and then they call us back, and it's like, okay, because he has no idea what's going on. I didn't actually tell him that how he's doing stuff. I just asked him to go up to the other side of the lake. So he like comes back over, and I'm like, oh crap, here goes the hurricane. And then they started insulting him like in front of him, like very bad insults, but it hurt him. And they were being jerks, real jerks. So I'm just, yeah. And then finally, Anson's mom comes out, and she just says, okay, you guys separate. And he like goes to the other side and the kids go to the other side of the lake. Well, by other side of the lake, I mean like 10 feet away from us. They really did not separate whatsoever. So I am just like, you know what's like and then I hear the older kid say, the older kid, and he says, he comes up with the worst insults and like keeps on insulting him for absolutely no reason. So I'm just like, you know what, screw it. And I get up and I say, hey, that's my friend, and I am not giving you permission to talk about him like that. And so and then they just start trash talking me, and I'm just like, oh my god, what is with these kids? How were they raised? And they were trash talking me now, and really sucked. And then my mom heard me shouting, so she comes out to the lake, and she is like the she like really, if she sees a kid being mean, she will completely destroy. Like she will like be like, you know what, I'm gonna beat this kid up. No, I'm not talking like that. But she comes out and she's like, okay, you know what, you guys really need to separate. You get on that side of the lake, like way over there. And she points it to the other kid, and she says, okay, Sawyer and Anson, you can stay here. You can stay here. Just stay here. And then the kid's like, but I like this side of the lake more. And my mom's like, I don't care. Get on the other side of the lake. And he's like, no. Like, completely talking back. And my mom gets super mad, and she says, you know, you're being kind of a jerk right now. Now you better get the heck on the other side of the lake. And he's like, oh, well, she shouted at me. No parents ever shouted at me. So he finally, well, actually, no, he didn't. He wasn't, like, finally getting on the side of the lake. He says, you're not the boss of me. You can't tell me what to do. And that was, like, wow. I was just surprised. I didn't even say anything. I was just surprised. And so, yeah. And then my mom was just really mad by then. So she didn't, like, she just said, get on the other side of the lake. This is the last time I'm telling you. And finally, finally, it was just like, fine, I'll get on the other side of the lake. And finally, me and Anson were just sitting there, just shocked on what happened. So, yeah. And so finally, we just, like, thought about it, and we just, like, said, all right, you know what, let's just go to the lake. And my mom didn't say much more. She just, like, said, I'm proud of you for blah blah blah. And Then, his dad, I think, came over. Maybe it was his dad. He looked a little old to be the dad. I'm guessing he was like a grandpa or something, but I don't know. And so he came over and he was like, "Was my son bad mouthing you?" And she was like, "Well, he got a little lippy." A little lippy? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I would say he was a lot lippy. But yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, he can sometimes be like that and blah blah blah. I'll talk to him when I see him again." And so my mom was like, "Oh, thanks, blah blah blah." So then finally, then we just decided, like, you know what, let's just go home. It's a rough day, and we dropped Anson off, and then on our way home, we went to my favorite pizza place, Element Pizza, and it's like the best pizza place in the world. I'm just gonna say that it is amazing, and yeah, it is the best. And so we went there, we got some pizza, we ate, and then we came home with a lot of leftovers. And then we came home when we saw this homeless guy on the side of the road. He looked like he had some mental disorders, I guess. Yeah, I think he looked like it. And then we turned around. What the? So we turned around and yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we turned around and we saw this other homeless guy, and we were like, well, we gotta choose. So my mom finally said, like, well, some homeless men ask just for money, just so they can take stuff, stuff, uh, that isn't good for them. I'm just gonna say that just isn't good for them. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna, uh, if this guy doesn't accept it, then we'll just go back to the other guy. And so we went to this guy, the different guy that we saw, and we offered him the pizza, and he said, well, no, no, I not I don't really want that. And so we're like, well, you said your sign said anything helps, so I mean, okay, but weird. And so, uh, yeah, and he declined it because he was like a weird man. I don't know, weird. And then so we went back to the other guy, and we offered him the pizza, and he was like, oh yeah, like his voice was very, just sounded very like he couldn't, like he didn't really know how to talk. And he said, "Oh yeah, I love pizza." And we noticed he had hearing aids in, so he was he was just not in a good position because yeah, he was just not in a good position. So we gave him the pizza, and he was very happy, I could see. And yeah, he took it, and he just seemed very happy, and I felt good about that. I just felt very good about that, and he seemed happy. So then we finally went home, and yeah, that was probably my best day that I've ever had. It's a very good day. Ow. So yeah, that's I guess that's just gonna be the end of the video. Bye. Thank you for watching.